Okay, so welcome back to the part two. Let's quickly get started. So we were on what is artificial intelligence, right? So artificial intelligence is a system that mimics human. How do I say it? Think so. Basically, you can talk about mimicking human knowledge and then using its past experience to make decisions or something like that. Okay, so it's a computer system which mimics human problem solving, can learn from previous decisions, and simulates human intelligence. Yes, okay, so that's something you can definitely say. Okay, describe what is meant by parallel running. Okay, so basically, you know that this is a type of system implementation when both the old system and the new system are running simultaneously. Since it's described, I think I can add some little extra information to just ensure I get the 2 marks. So this is probably, I can say this is more time consuming as data needs to be entered in two systems and expensive as two set of staff need to be paid. So I'll just add that just to be safe. Okay, but that wouldn't give me marks, I think. That's probably when it's explained that when I say that I'll get the mark. 2 marks, 3 mark question, you have to be straight to the point. Parallel running is running both systems together until the new system works properly or fully implemented. When the new system works, the old system is removed. So, okay, when you're describing any type of implementation, you have to talk about how the implementation is happening and what is happening after the implementation. So parallel running is when both the old system and new system are running simultaneously, and then the old system is removed once the new system is completely implemented. Yes. And then okay, I did that. What is meant by key logging? So key logging is a method. So this is me explaining it. Key logging is when malicious software is downloaded into your laptop or device, which records the keystrokes from your keyboard and sends the data to a third party or a hacker. That's basically what key logging is. So it's a software, basically malicious software, which recognizes or sends to a third party every keystroke on your keyboard, and it can gain fraudulent access to your passwords or confidential information. Okay. Give three security improvement that could be made to prevent key logging to prevent. So probably have an anti-spyware downloaded and kept up to date. Regularly scan your device for any malicious virus or software. Or yeah, software. Install anti-key logging or anti-malware or anti-spyware software. Check the computer system before entering confidential data and update the computer system regularly. Okay. Describe what is meant by blind carbon copy. Now, if you have seen the recent 2024 papers, I think there was something like email group, blind carbon copy and everything. So you see that this is not a paper. This is, I think, 2020. This is a May-June paper. So now, soon after the May-June paper, this was the October-November paper that they asked about this. So you can see that the paper that you're going to write next, there will be some hints or hints about questions that could be asked in the previous paper itself, which is why I think we should definitely look at the ICT, this one, ICT February March paper so that they can give us any hints or anything. Definitely ask your teacher to solve it with you. So coming to blind carbon copy, technically I prefer when they say describe what is BCC so that I can then go and say blind carbon copy and get one free mark. So blind carbon copy is when an email is sent to a number of recipients and only the people in the BCC list can see who else the email is sent to. The people in the CC list cannot see who else it was sent to except the CC people. But this is explained in better way, yeah? Allows the user to send a message privately to some of the recipients. Any recipients on the BCC line of the email are not visible to other recipients of the email, and it's a security method as emails are hidden in the BCC list. Yeah, don't worry, we're almost done. Let's finish this fast. Okay, so I intentionally added this, and it was supposed to be part anyway. Okay, the features of emails include CC and BCC. State three other features of emails. Now, please don't go over here and then say subject line and all those. I am not so sure their part. So emails is basically attachments, auto reply set, automatic dates added and everything. So attachments can be sent, signatures can be attached, can automatically date and time stamped, notification if a message cannot be delivered, addresses can be, can't really see what I've written there. Maybe let me scroll down a bit. Addresses can be stored in an address book and retrieved instantly. Facility to send copies of an image to many people at once. Auto forward, automatic reply. So auto reply, yeah. And redistribution of messages, blah, blah, blah. So don't go and write, oh, it can have multiple fonts, or it can have a subject line, a body line, and all that. I don't generally think that'll be accepted. Let's stick to the ones that the marks team over here has given us. To be honest, I feel sad for the people that like just saw the question for the first time, because I haven't really done question on emails features. The features I've usually done are Netiquette and all those. But what I think that the question gave them a hint. The features of email include CC and BCC. So this is no longer you using emails they shouldn't use this thing. No capital letters as it does, no humorous language and all that. It's talking about like the characters that are like the characteristics that make the emails unique instead of the communication part of it. Then okay. One function of a router is to route data packets. Identify two other functions of a router. So you know that a router is used to help connect devices um, to a network, it's used to help connect devices on a network to the internet or the wide area network. And it can also use sorry, it can also store IP addresses. And I think one more thing you can add is it uses is it data tables also? I can't remember the name. I think it's written here. Routing tables, yeah. Forwards packets based on a routing table, stores, and then yeah. A student needs to can't see the question justice needs to ensure that her data is kept safe. When the student logs into the university computer system, a physical token is used as an authentication method. What is meant by a physical token? Guys, how's the best way to answer this? Tokens are of two types. You have an electronic token and a physical token. So you get a free mark for saying that a physical token is an item of hardware. Okay. An electronic token is an item of software or it's a software. Just saying these two marks will easily get you your 1 mark. Now, this is also something that adds an extra layer of security. So that's also something you can add. So physical token adds an extra layer of security as well. Let me check if that's written here. Perfect. Provides an extra layer of security and it's a small hardware device. So even if you can't remember what it is, just these 2 points should get you. So of course it's an authentication system. So authorizes access to a system. I also have to talk about how tokens do it. It generates a single use code when accessing a platform. Simple. That's something I think we all know and experience. So okay. Members of an internet can communicate with other members using VoIP. Explain what is meant by VoIP. So VoIP, perfect. They haven't stated what it is. So I can easily say that VoIP stands for Voice over Internet Protocol. It's a type of internet telephony which helps users communicate over the internet. Communication method over the perfect. This is what we're talking about. A head teacher is sending out emails to her staff. Explain what is meant by email groups, CC, address book, and thing C. Is it blind? Oh, I'll have to bring this down. And meant by blind carbon copy itself. So an email group is a list of contacts to send the email to a number of people. Now, I remember seeing the question, why are email groups used? Now, there are two advantages of them. One, it is faster to send the email because you do not have to type an individual recipient's email address. And two, it ensures that no email recipient is left out while sending the message. So that's what emails group and their advantages are. So list of contacts to send the email to a number of people. Now CC is a copy of email sent to other recipients at the same time as original is sent, so all the recipients can see who received the email. Then address book, I think, is stored list of the email address, simple. Then BCC is a copy of email sent to other recipients at the same time as original is sent without recipients knowing. So without, I've personally added without the CC recipients knowing, because I think BCC people usually know the other recipients as well. Or maybe not. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. Aha, so see, they have repeated the question. But wait, look here. A router can be used to connect networks and devices to the internet. So now that's not something I can use, but I already know the two other operations. Stores IP addresses as data packets pass through it. Also, can be used to route data packets using a routing table or forward data packets using a routing table. Oops, I think did I forget to add that one? Yeah. So stores computer addresses and routing table packets. I think this will be the next one. Electronic token. So see, I talked about physical token there, now electronic token here. Basically, it's an item of software which authorizes access to a system. Now I'll tell how it works. So a single use code is generated for a short period of time once the user logs in or accesses the platform, and it adds an extra layer of security. There you go. Let's check if piece of software authorizes access sent to the user, blah, exactly. So all my formats there just using the small trick that I told you. I think this was just an extra question in now I took some format question because I thought they were important to add. Describe, okay, analysis includes identifying the hardware and software requirements of a new system. Identify or describe, sorry, other tasks involved in analysis. I think it's really important that I had to add that. Mhm. Collecting data about the current system. That's something you do using the analysis. Establishing the problems with the customer and the serving also. Establish in identifying the inputs, processes, and output of the current system, producing a cost benefit analysis, finding the problems, and identifying the user requirements. So, apart from apart from identifying the hardware and software requirements, the analysis stage also does is that whatever the data in the current system is, it will first collect that, and then it will then find the problems with the current system, and then what the user wants from the new system that you're going to create. So now you're analyzing all the data. Then you'll also produce a cost benefit analysis that, okay, if I take this hardware, if I take that hardware, am I going to benefit or am I going to lose? Is it going to be better than the previous system or not? Then it will identify the new inputs, processing, and output. No, that is in the later part. It will identify the current right now because I'm still analyzing my current system. System specification. To be honest, this wasn't something I'd even seen until like in this paper. But this came in the February March paper, so it's really important, and that's why I added it as well. So system specification. This describes the configuration. Yeah, I think we're almost done. Just a bit more and then we'll be done. This describes the configuration for the system used in the production of the system specification document, which is a mutual agreement of the client wants and what the developer can offer, states the performance requirements of the system, the security requirement of the system, and specifies the overall functions of the system, that is what it can be used for. Oh, I honestly hate questions like these. Like even for example, the February March when I saw like there was a question like this towel sheet and all that thing, I generally don't like it. And if I don't like something, then that means that it's definitely going to come on the paper because that's how it usually works with me. So let's just focus on that as well. So CSV, it's so perfect that they haven't named it over here. That gives me the opportunity to name it and get one free mark. So CSV stands for comma separated values, which stores data separated by commas and it's delimited or something like that. Delimited by comma and it's a text file. Then RAR stands for Rochelle Archive, which is used to store compressed forms of or compressed files. used for data compression and data container to hold other files. Okay, that's something out of. So you see, files like .exe, .bat, .rar, they all store compressed data, and their data container. Like when you click on them, you go to a folder which has like all the other documents in their original. Like docs and all those, right? So there are data containers which hold other files. Text txt is basically it stands for text document. It can be opened by most text editors, and it's a plain text plain text file. Contains unformatted text. Usually comparison between txt and rtf comes, so definitely look at that. Explain the need for generic file formats. So generic file formats allows the user to save files so that they can be opened on a different platform. Using generic file formats allows file created to be created on one type of computer and to be read on another type of computer. Okay, computer means that okay, I can create my document on my laptop and then you can go read it on your smartphone. The formatting of the file is not package specific, so and I think more formatting will not. I think I have to know what that means, and therefore formatting of will not attach the file. Okay, the very last. Okay, what is meant by CAL? So computer aided learning, please know, is different from CAD, which is computer aided design. Okay, that's different. Computer aided learning is basically like you doing online courses where the computer teaches you and at your own pace, and then it gives you questions and all that thing. So it's a method of learning. Okay, it's a method of learning. It's a software used to help students learn about a subject. It is tailored to the individual subject and it takes account of previous assessment when setting learning objectives. Okay. Now, this was a question that came in my mocks, so I definitely had to include it. Explain why tables are used to structure elements within a web page. Because they restrict the output so that the data remains constant or fixed. Different browsers should render the table in the same way. The tables are independent of the screen resolution and organizes the data on the web page. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching and all the very best for all of us for this ICT paper. That's definitely going to get the hell out of us. Thank you for watching once again. I'll put the Telegram link in the description so that you can join and get this document. Till then, ta